All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's see here. What do we want? So, I was thinking about making a video, and an idea came to mind. And I need some friends. I'm typing to a friend in chat right now who's in Nax, to go playtest this stuff with. But the idea here is, you remember that hardcore Nax raid wipe, right? It suddenly had me asking questions about divine intervention. Hopefully, you guys know what the hell that is. Divine intervention. Basically, you kill yourself and you make the person immune to everything for like 3 minutes. Also, the mobs ignore you for some reason, and it starts. I start having questions about the mechanics behind this. So, for example, let's say divine intervention, either in official hardcore or in actual classic WoW as it stands, completely removes aggro. Like, I don't know if it completely removes aggro or if it follows the same rules as Bubble, which I'll show in a video, right? Um, Bubble follows some weird rules where if I have all aggro on a mob and I bubble, the mobs will start attacking the next highest guy with aggro. When I come out of bubble, if I just stand there and twiddle my thumbs, or I don't put it, basically, if I don't put any aggro back on that mob, even 1 point of aggro, the mob will continue attacking the other guy. But if I do anything to put even a single point of aggro on him, the mob will suddenly flip around and start attacking me back. And you can actually use this in PvP, which is really funny. You drag a bunch of mobs like in Silithus on top of somebody, and you fight them, and you wait for them to get a point of aggro on the mobs, like, doing whatever it is that they do. And then you bubble, all the mobs will target them, you heal to full, and when your bubble ends, you just don't put any aggro back on the mobs, and the mobs will never attack you. They'll keep attacking the other guy. I'm not sure if Divine Interventions follows the same rules or if it completely removes aggro. If it completely removes aggro, then what is possible is this. So let's say someone's being a jerk and they're like pulling a boss into a position to wipe the raid where they're not supposed to. All it basically takes is one tank to come off the line. Not even a tank. It can just be like a Fury Warrior or whatever. He goes defensive stance. He pops shield wall. Then he goes over there and he taunts the boss. So he has aggro now. And then the bad tank in question will retaunt the boss. And so then I think he has to switch to like battle stance or something. Doesn't matter. He has damn it, what is it? Shield wall active, so he can tank for a bit to stabilize the situation. Switches over, mocking blows the boss, so now he has aggro on the boss again. And then the bad tank in question, mocking blows, so now he has aggro. If you DI'd him right then and there, at the cost of your life on hardcore, and it completely removed aggro, he would need another taunt in order to get aggro back on that boss. A taunt that he does not have, and subsequently the raid is saved. The only other way to do it would be to have like 2 tanks come off, so you have like more taunts available to you. But DI could definitely work in that situation. I'm trying to think about any negatives to that. Like, okay, could you get somebody killed using DI in any other situation negatively like that? And I can't think of too many situations where that would happen. And the reason for that is usually you have another tank just off to the side, like Fire Maw, for example. Normally you use 2 tanks on Fire Maw, but you would use kind of 2 tanks and an off tank on Fire Maw, technically. Because if the second tank's taunt and mocking blow miss slash is resisted, like both of them are resisted and they can't taunt the boss, it's this guy's job to run in immediately and salvage the situation, right? And if you just DI'd the guy immediately and tried to screw him over, there's this other tank over there at the cost of your life. There's this other tank over there that is his only job is to solve the problem, and there are a bunch of other tanks in the raid who are also their job is emergency solve the problem. They're not actually tanks; they're Fury Warriors, but they're Chad Fury Warriors who will switch over, do exactly what I talked about, switch over and just fill the hole in the situation temporarily to save the raid. So yeah, so very interested to seeing if DI does that or not. I can't test it right now, obviously, so this is going to be a part one. Search for the part 2. I'll put it out there when I get it. And Deus Volt, boys.